Linux or Unix. Linux or Unix. So first, what are the topics we are going to be covered under this? First, we'll be learning about the software basics, Linux installation, user level commands. User level commands, we are going to be learn about who am I, log name, who, users, last, post name. We'll be learning date, cal, ls, and its options. We'll be having many number of options under ls. So we'll discuss those. Working directories, absolute path and relative path, working with files, hard links, soft links, editors, editors like VI editors, Nano, Gedit, Linux filters, head, tail, pipe, tr, tree, and we'll be learning important commands like grep, tar. These two are most important user level commands in Unix or Linux we are going to be learn, and some permissions. These are all user level commands we'll discuss. And under Linux administration, we'll cover some concepts. Those are a few concepts of AWS: find, kill, set, next cut, sort, paste. AWK we are going to be discuss. Cron tabs. So for job scheduling, job schedule, installing software, users and groups management, users and group management, booting process, booting process, BIOS, CRUB, kernel, networking setup, IP address, port numbers, host name, and we are going to be discuss ping, SSH, TCP, and we'll be discussing FTP server, client setup, FTP commands, FTP commands, FTP file transfer protocol. File transfer protocol commands. We'll be learning to upload and download files. And finally, we are going to be learn some shell scripting. These are the topics we are going to be cover in our Unix or Linux course. See here, we'll start basics of software and how we are going to be install the Linux. In Linux, what are the user level commands we have? Like who am I, log name, who, users, last, host name, date, cal, ls, and some options of ls we have. What is the purpose of each and every option, that also we are going to discuss. Working directories we have, that we will discuss. Absolute path, relative path, working with files, hard links, soft links, and we are going to be discuss about editors, vi, nano, gedit, linux filters, head, tail, pipe, tr, tree, and some important commands of linux, that is grep, tar, and permissions we are going to be discuss. Some linux administration we are going to be learn. AWS, find, kill, HCD, cut, sort, paste, AWK, cron tabs, which is for job scheduling, users and group management, booting process, networking setup, IP address, port numbers, host name, ping, SSH, SCP, and we'll be learning file transfer, that is FTP server, client setup, FTP commands to upload and download the files, and we are going to be learn about the shell scripting. See, first we will be learning software basics. Software basics. So first we are going to be discuss what is meant by hardware. Hardware. What is meant by hardware? It is a physical component which we can see and touch it. It is a physical. It is a physical component which we can see and touch it. Like example, what we can say: keyboard, mouse, hard disk, RAM, motherboard, everything. Everything what we can see and touch, that is nothing but a hardware. See, in a computer, either it is a desktop or it is a mobile or it is a desktop, laptop, any computer, it will be having hardware components. So those hardware components will be just an object if it is not having the proper software. If it is not having the proper software. See, keyboard, we have keyboard related software is not installed in our system, then just it is an object. It is not going to be perform any task. Motherboard is there. If motherboard related software is not available in our system, just it is an object. It is not going to be perform any task. Hardware is a physical component which we can able to see and touch it. Without a software, hardware is just a component. If we have the suitable hardware and software, then only we are going to be use the system and we are going to be make the task to be work. And software also we have. What is software? Software is collection of programs which is used to perform some specific task. Collection of programs, collection of programs or set of instructions used to perform a specific task. Collection of programs or set of instructions which is used perform a specific task is called as a software. Collection of programs or group of instructions which is used for performing a task. Program is nothing but set of instructions. Set of instructions. Now we have two types of softwares. Two types of software. One is system software and the other one is application software. So first, what is meant by system software? What is meant by system software? The software which is going to be directly interacts with the hardware and which controls the hardware components, or whatever it may be the softwares we are going to be installed, that is going to be maintained and controlled by the system software. So we can say system software, it interacts with hardware components. It interacts with hardware components. It will maintain and control the other softwares which we install. Example of system software, what we can say is operating system. Operating system. In short, we'll call it as OS, and device drivers, etc. The operating system. Now, if we are saying that now the system is ready, the operating system is loaded. The operating system is loaded. When we have some hardware components in our system, the suitable software we have installed, that is operating system, which will be helpful for us to interact with the hardware components what we have. Without operating system, we cannot able to use any of the things what we have in our computer. Just it will be objects. Now the system software which is used for interacting with the hardware components, and that is a software which is going to be helpful for us to maintain and control the other softwares what we are going to be installed to perform specific tasks. Those are comes under the application task, application software. So application softwares are which is used for specific purpose. Softwares used to perform specific task. Specific task. Now, system software, one of the best example for system software we can say as operating system. That operating system only we are going to be learn. We will discuss about that system software in coming sessions and the coming topics in depth. Say application software in a sense, that is a software which is used to perform a specific task. That is a software which is used to perform a specific task. What the examples we can say for application software? If we are considering WhatsApp is one of the application software, mobile operating system will take, or if we are considering the mobile is an example, Android is the operating system we have, iOS is the operating system we have, that is going to be interact with the hardware components of mobile. And if we want to perform any specific task, for that we are going to be use some applications for the specific purpose. The specific application we are going to be install and we are going to be use that, like WhatsApp for communication, Facebook for communication. These are social media applications, and we'll be having some banking applications, and we will be having some specific applications like MS Excel, MS Word. So for specific purpose, this and all MS PowerPoint, specific purpose we are going to be used. Tally for accounts related, we are going to use Tally and some other applications, Java, .NET, C. These are all also will be comes under the, these are all languages, but still for the specific purpose we are going to be say as applications. Except operating system, all are application softwares. We can say except operating system, OS, and the device drivers, rest all, almost, rest all are application softwares. Did you understand the difference between system software and application software? Do you understand the difference between application software and system software, which are different types of softwares? Any doubt as of now? System software, application software. Have any doubt you can ask. Otherwise, we'll go with the next topic, operating system. See, without operating system, we cannot able to run any program. Without operating system, we cannot able to run any program. Any program. See, whenever you are going to be on your system, whenever you are going to be turn on your PC or laptop, to get the proper desktop, it is going to be perform some task. See, when we turn on our system to get this desktop, it is going to be perform some task. The task is nothing but BIOS, loading the BIOS. BIOS full form is basic input output system. When we are when we turn on our PC or when we turn on our laptop to load the operating system, it is going to be take some time to get this particular desktop to get the system ready. It is going to be take some time. In that time, it is going to be load the softwares or operating system from the hard disk to the RAM. To load the operating system from hard disk to the RAM, it is going to be take some time. Because of that only, whenever we turn on our system, immediately it is going to be load the softwares or the operating system what we have in a hard disk to the RAM. Then only our system is going to be get ready. The task we are going to be called as BIOS setup. BIOS setup. See, except BIOS to run all programs, we require the operating system. Operating system is required to run all programs. Run all programs except BIOS. What is the full form of BIOS? Full form of BIOS is basic input output, basic input output system. See, now we can able to say, see, whenever we turn on our system, it is going to be load operating system from hard disk to the RAM. That is what we are going to be say as BIOS setup. BIOS is responsible. BIOS is responsible to boot or is responsible in booting operating system. In booting operating system. What is meant by booting? Is a process of loading operating system from hard disk to RAM. RAM is one of the primary memory. Booting is process of loading operating system from hard disk to RAM. See, RAM is, before discussing RAM, memory we will discuss. What is memory? So to store the data. Use it to store. RAM is used to store the data. So we have two types of memory. Two types of memory. One is primary memory. So secondary memory. Under primary memory, we have RAM, ROM. Random access memory. Random access memory. Read only memory. Random access memory, read only memory. If it is a random access memory, there the data is temporary. Temporary. Because power loss to the system, the data get erased. It will be having read and write access. It has read, write operations as well. Read, write operations it is having. So that is RAM. Because of that only, we are going to be saying that RAM is temporary. And we can say RAM is main memory. Primary memory also called as main memory. Primary memory is also called as main memory. See, once the instructions are programs available in main memory, then only the processor is going to be called for execution. If the instructions is not there in the primary memory, the processor cannot able to fetch those instructions for processing. Fetching in a sense, accessing those instructions for execution. Accessing is nothing but fetching. ROM is permanent. The data is permanent. Once the power loss to the system also, the data will not get erased. The data will not get erased. It has only read access or read permissions or read uh, operation. And coming to the secondary memory, or uh, we can we can also say this as auxiliary memory, secondary memory or auxiliary memory. Use it for backup of, use it to store the data as backup. Use it to store backup of data. Use it to store the backup of data like pen drive, USB storage, memory card, CD compact disc, DVD digital versatile disk, etc. Hard disk, external hard disk, like this. These are all will be comes under the secondary storage devices or secondary memory, which is used for taking the backup of data. These are the two different types of memory. So to load the operating system from the hard disk to the RAM, that process we are going to be say as booting. Who is responsible to boot the operating system? BIOS is responsible to boot the operating system. Booting is nothing but the process of loading operating system from hard disk to RAM. If it is in RAM, then only we can able to work. Then only we can able to work. BIOS is a hardware program. We can say that is a chip level program. BIOS is a hardware program. It is a chip level program. Okay. So we will discuss more about this application software and as well as operating system in coming class. So with this will be ending. With this will end the session for today. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.